I might have a sketchbook problem. Hi guys, and welcome back to my inkwell. Today we're going to be reviewing the Moleskine Art Collection sketchbook. Ooh, a brand new sketchbook to try. So excited about it. I've actually been wanting to check this sketchbook out for a long time. I tried it out a while ago. I didn't like it, but that was before I had decided on my style. And I've seen a lot of doodle artists use this sketchbook, so this is going to be fun. I'm excited about this. So let's get down to it. My handy dandy scissors, since I always seem to have trouble opening these. What even is that on my scissors? Oh! Why do you defy me, plastic wrap? Oh, there we go. Nice. Ooh, the cover feels really nice. And of course it's got this elastic band. So let's open this baby up. Oh, that's interesting. Poster, artwork, video, or design at the My Moleskine creative community. Interesting. It says B-side. Whoa, whoa, what? Whoa, what? Guys, I'm shook. What even is this? I don't remember this before. It kind of looks like you can use this to make circles, like a compass. What? You can figure out angles, widths. Huh. Well, this is cool. I kind of want to save this, although I don't think I'd ever use it. Let's get into this bad boy, shall we? So the paper is cream colored. I tend to like brighter white paper, but that's okay. Sewn binding, so it's supposed to lay flat. Oh! Just keep getting surprised. This sketchbook is just full of surprises. Whoa, it's like glued on or something. That was weird. Gotta do the sniff test always. Yep, smells like a sketchbook. Oh, there's the pocket. Open it. And little booklet. Ooh, okay, so this probably gives the history in a bunch of different languages, which is cool. Fortunately, I can only read English. What is this? Quality control sticker. Oh, well, that's cool. I didn't do this in the last sketchbook video. I wanted to do this in the last sketchbook video, but I got a little mixed up. What I like to do in my sketchbooks when I'm trying them out for the first time, see, this is the front. I like to flip them over and use the back as my pen test page. I do this because I just, you know, it's easier as a righty to have the thickest part be on the bottom. So it just makes it easier for me to test it out, which is what we're going to do. We are going to test out my pens and pencils and stuff right here. So the very first thing I tested out in the sketchbook were my pencils and my pens that I was going to use, and they all tested out fine. I was having some trouble figuring out exactly what to draw, so I just threw my hand down and traced over it, and I think it worked out. So the very first thing I noticed about the ink and the paper is that the ink was sort of destroying the paper. This is a problem I have with a lot of sketchbooks, and it's why I have so much trouble finding the right sketchbook. When I ink, I actually go over the same line over and over, and that's how I achieve that crisp, clean, and rich line for every doodle. But I couldn't do that in this book without bringing up the paper, which created a problem because sometimes the paper got stuck in the pen and it made my line thicker and it caused some more mistakes. So right off the bat, I wasn't too happy with the sketchbook. Whenever I can't get sketchbooks to work, I always feel like I'm doing something wrong, especially because this particular sketchbook is used by a lot of doodle artists. For some reason, it works for them and it doesn't work for me. I guess that's just how it is sometimes. I will admit that I am quite picky when it comes to paper and sketchbooks for my doodles. I often find that the more textured sketchbooks that have thicker paper tend to be what I fall to, for whatever reason, they tend to be able to withstand me going over the same line. They, of course, have the downside of destroying my pens if I'm not careful with them, because the more textured the paper, the more it will affect the delicate nibs of the fine liner. So there's definitely a give and take there. I also don't want it to seem like I'm saying this is a horrible sketchbook. It's not. It's actually a fantastic sketchbook. The paper quality is nice. The book quality in general is great. It takes pencil well. It even takes the microns well if you're not going over the same line repeatedly. It's just not something that fits my style. So these doodles were kind of a throwback to how I used to draw my doodles. I used to make them big. They used to be so much more nature or flower based, so many more organic curves versus the straight edges. And drawing like this again makes me remember why my style changed in the first place. I prefer the smaller doodles. I prefer being able to draw the doodles without having to make them flush up against a line. I think that's part of the reason why I moved away from Zentangling. Zentangling is about like a circle or a square or some other type of shape with a pattern inside of it. But I preferred making those shapes, for example, a hand, out of smaller doodles, giving that nice jagged edge and making the entire thing look like just a bunch of doodles sticking together to make a whole shape. So it's interesting doing this kind of doodle again because it really shows me my progression. At this point, I start watercoloring with my Pentel water brush and my homemade DIY watercolor palette. I think the watercolor took to the paper well, although I did try to do the wet on wet technique, and the paper was just soaking up all the water. Like I had a very hard time using that technique, so I just put down the watercolor on the dry paper. If you notice the white outline around the fingers, I used my Posca pen to be able to cover up the line work I had already done there. I had decided to add those drops on the fingers after doing the line work. And it actually came out fine. It kind of makes it look like there's a finger under there, which was exactly what I wanted. Although I'm not really into drawing this style of doodles anymore, the end result actually came out really cool. I am happy with the overall result of this project. And voila! There it is. That's the finished piece. I actually really liked how this turned out. It's really visually stunning with the black and white hand and the watercolor background. This came out really nice, I think. I like this a lot. It's almost like I'm reaching for some color, which is always true. Alright guys, well thank you for reaching the end of the video with me. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button. And if you want to get notified when I post a video, please hit that little bell icon next to the subscribe button. And I want to leave you with today's quote. Art is standing with one hand extended into the universe and one hand extended into the world, and letting ourselves be a conduit for passing energy. By Albert Einstein. Alright guys, I hope you ink well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!